Okay guys, time for another tutorial. This tutorial will be short, but it is important to understand how to debug programs. So let's say you are working on some program and you are new to the code and you don't know what's going on. Now this is a very simple program, but imagine that it's a big program like 100 lines of code and you're jumping from one file to another. And then you have some unexpected result. How to check what's going on? Well, let me go through this example. This video is only introduction, since I have to make other tutorials, go into functions, go into classes, and then you'll see how valuable your debugging skills will be in the future. But even with some simple program, it could be quite useful to see how to debug. Now, in order to debug, you need to click here in this gray vertical bar. So in this way you put some breakpoint. Now the other way is just to go to the line and hit some breakpoint by pressing F9. This is a valid way as well. And if I start the program and press continue, you'll see that my program stops executing. If I click continue, then we'll see some exception going on. Attempted to divide by 0. What's going on? Probably if you take a closer look at what I wrote, you'll be able to figure out what's going on. But as I said, this is a very simple program. Imagine that the program is bigger, then the error will not be so obvious. But we can determine that somewhere around here we have some error going on. I'll put some breakpoint here, as this is where the exception is happening. And let's see what's the problem. Now here you can see that we see the value of the variables. X is 0, Y is 2, and then Z is 0. So you cannot divide by 0. This is some error, and in mathematics is not possible. You can do something like 0 divided by 2 or by some number, but not the other way around. So what do we have here? We have Y, which is 2, and X is 0. So what is the error? Well, it seems that maybe somewhere I made X 0. Let's see what's going on. Put breakpoint right at the start. And let's go line by line. Now, how do you do this? Well, either you click this step over, or you just press F10. I'll press F10. Now look at X here. It's 0. Then go one step further. X is 4 and Y is 0. x is still 4, then x is 2, then x is 0. So we see that if I remove this line, we will fix this problem and our program will run as expected. So I reduced the value of x too many times. And now the program continues. Okay. Now let me start this and show something important in this case. Here you can see all of your breakpoints. Now you can put multiple breakpoints, like here, and you see that I remove. If I put multiple breakpoints and then I press F5, then I'll break at the next breakpoint, then F5 again, and then my program has completed. Now here you can put some labels. Let's say reduce x by 2. Click OK. Then when I start debugging, you can see here in the labels that x is -2. Now that we are reducing x by 2. Now you can go here and choose quick watch, and then here you can check the value as well. You can even add some watch, and you'll see that now we are seeing x changing. So this is some way to check the value of x and follow the, let's say, follow how x changes during the execution of the program. Now you can put some conditions here. Let's say x equals to 2. And see how the icon changes. Obviously we haven't stopped. What if I change the conditions here and put something like x equals to 4? And we break here. So you can put some breakpoints and only break if some certain condition is met. Now, let's say you have too many breakpoints and you don't want to disrupt the execution of the program, but still want to keep the breakpoint. Now you can click disable. And you see the program runs as normal. Enable the breakpoint, run the program again, and it's okay. So what else can you do? Oh, there is this immediate window, which is quite powerful. Sometimes you want to test some code on the fly. So if I type in x here, you'll see the value of x here. Then is x equals, is x greater than 1? It's it is. Is it greater than 10? No. So here you can do some code execution on the fly and play around. Now you can export the breakpoints, import the breakpoints. Maybe you have too many breakpoints, you want to save them to a file and then check what's going on. And what is there? Here is the debug window. Now you can debug other programs as well. Here we are debugging our own program, and there are many other options, like there is step into, which is F11, but right now it's too early to show this feature. But for now, I think this is all for this brief debugging introduction. I hope this is useful, and we'll go to the next lesson where you will see the power of debugging.